The Case Hub will open when you proceed to a full application. You can do this immediately after getting a decision in principle or by opening a previously completed DIP. To do this, select Open Case from the dashboard. At the top of the Case Hub is a summary of the case, and at the bottom are some data input tiles. Incomplete tiles will have a yellow icon with an exclamation mark. Select Mortgage Illustration Details to tell us about any fees you're charging the client, commission splitting, and so on. If your network or club has more than one trading style, you can select from the drop-down before generating your mortgage illustration. Then select Save and Close to return to the Case Hub. Now we're going to enter a few more details about our applicant. Information we entered during the DIP will be pulled through, so we just need to fill in the blanks. Compulsory fields are outlined in red. The first section is about the applicant personally, their marital status, phone number, things like that. Select Next to move on to the next section, which is their employment information. Here we'll ask for specifics about their income evidence, employer's address, and so on. Be as thorough as possible. Finally, a few details about their credit history. The loan details section should be pre-populated and is simply for review. The Security Details tab is where you tell us about the property being used as security. In a remortgage case like our example, the details entered during the DIP will be pulled through. You'll need to input some information about the property beyond the address. Compulsory fields are marked in red. We'll also want to know about existing charges. For a remortgage like our example, really, we should be inputting the existing mortgage here, but we're just demonstrating the system, so we'll move on. Finally, the occupancy section asks for details of anyone over 17 living at the security address, but not included on the application. Our applicant lives alone, so we'll move on. Affordability is obviously very important. Select the tab and start filling in hard details on the applicant's income, using figures from payslips or similar. Our applicant here has a relatively simple income, but you might need to add more detail. It's important to ensure the information here is accurate and matches the documents you'll send us to support the application. Answer these 3 questions to determine if the applicant is classed as credit impaired. Enter details of all existing mortgages and/or secured loans, including whether they're to be repaid by the product being applied for. Enter the creditor's details correctly to ensure accurate disbursement. We'll populate this with credit bureau data when available. For household expenditure, we have an automated model based on typical values. complete a few fields and then press Calculate. If it doesn't pass, or you've completed customer stated expenditure during the dip, there'll be a number of additional fields for you to complete. These will be auto-populated with information you've previously entered, and edit it as required. The submission checklist is where you can find a list of the documents we need to see in order to underwrite the application, and where you can tell us how you're planning to supply them. For our demonstration, we're saying that we're sending items by post, but we expect you may want to speed up the process by uploading copies you've scanned into your computer. That's because we can't start underwriting your case until we've received all the documents on this list. You may be wondering where you get some of these documents that you need to provide, like a direct debit mandate. You can find these by selecting Documents. Once all of the fields are complete, every tile should have a tick. When you're ready to submit your application, it takes a single click. The case will now be locked, so you can't edit the details, and means we can start underwriting.